Hey everybody, want to welcome you to today's WDVX Blue Plate Special. We got a great show lined up for you today. Later on in the show, while Blue Yonder's going to take the stage. But right now, welcome David Easterling to the Blue Plate Special.
I got some spooky songs for y'all today. Just think really short Twilight Zone episodes, okay? Found myself 3 sheets to the wind, walking past the Seaside Hotel. A woman at the door beckoned me inside. She must have put me under her spell. Laughter rang in my ears, then I woke up alone, dumped into a cargo hold. Soon realized I've been shanghaied. I wonder where in the world I have been sold. We sailors love riding the waves, been wherever the winds have blown. Seaport to seaport, jump ship to ship. Someday I'll be captain of my own. Someday I'll be captain of my own. The sea must be calm, the boat is so still. Better make my way up to the deck. A belaying pin will make a good club. The shanghaied sailor might cause a shipwreck. No one in the hold or in the berth. Bottles line the shelf in the galley. Found the whole ship completely abandoned. The wind was dead, but her sails were full. We sailors love riding the waves, been wherever the winds have blown. Seaport to seaport, jump ship to ship. Someday I'll be captain of my own. Someday I'll be captain of my own. Grab the spyglass, climb to the crow's nest, searching in vain from east to west. Reaching up, I touched the sky of glass. She's a ship in a bottle, I cried. One of many in a sea layer. One of many in a sea witch's lair. My last bottle trapped me alive. Trapped in the twilight, alone. Thank y'all. So I was here last year at this time, and I had just recorded a brand new album that was recorded live on my birthday the year before. It was recorded live on Halloween. Actually, today is my birthday. Those keep happening once a year, if you're lucky. So I did half of those songs last year, and I'm going to do most of the rest of the album today. This is called The Ballad of White Oak Hollow. My wife Laurie and I wrote this. She was vicious and hollow deep down inside. John thought she was the prettiest girl and made her his bride. One day she came at him with his own hunting knife, and in the scuffle he stabbed her twice, ending her spiteful life. In the scuffle he stabbed her twice, ending her spiteful life. John buried her body down in the deep, deep wood, made sure it was hidden best as he could. A white oak acorn rolled into her grave, and her tree grew quite tall in the old forest glade. Her tree grew quite tall in the old forest glade. She lay there through the summers, autumns, winters, and springs. 'Neath the roots of that oak tree, her spirit did cling. And every October night, you could hear her ghostly song. She danced in the midnight moonlight all the year long. She danced in the midnight moonlight all the year long. On John's last day of life, he confessed to his sons and showed them her grave and tree. No regret for what he'd done. Then the town eventually grew right up to that old forest glade. And while her white oak remained on top of her grave, while her white oak remained on top of her grave. Many years that creepy crooked tree grew in the haunted wood. Children told their ghost stories around where she stood. Goosebumps in the cold, cold wind, their hair would dance and fly. One day she dropped a heavy limb on a child and he did die. One day she dropped a heavy limb on a child and he did die. In their grief, the townspeople chopped down that old oak tree. Now it rots on the ground in a moss-covered cloak. Her spirit's flying free, wandering the wild, to get revenge on the offspring of the man that she reviled. To get revenge on the offspring of the man that she reviled. She was vicious and hollow deep down inside. Thank y'all.
It's David Easterling today on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. That website, davideasterling.com. And I bet you can find him out there on Facebook, Reverb Nation, YouTube, all those things, eh, Dave?
Mostly.
Dave, where you come from? Are you originally from here?
Originally, I'm a bluegrass American. My people are mountain people. My folks grew up adjoining farms across the holler from each other. And Laurie and I have been in Tennessee, though, for about 35 years.
Oak Ridge, where you hang out?
We were in Lenoir City for the first 12, and then the rest of the time, yeah, Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge, yeah. Now, you kind of a storyteller there, ain't you, Dave? What made you realize you had a knack for that?
Well, I don't know. I guess I've always told stories, and lots of times it was in churches. Worked in churches. Worked for. Was even a writer for the publishing house, United Methodist Church, for a bunch of years, and then toured a lot of years too. And the last 10 years was a chaplain at Cornerstone of Recovery, and so I had a lot of therapy groups and used a lot of music in groups then too, and told a lot of stories.
Uh-huh. Now, where do you find your inspiration for your songs? What's in David's CD player?
What would be in my CD? Well, actually, honestly, my CD is actually in there right now. Spooky Songs Live. That last one was in there, but. From time to time, there might be John McCutcheon, great storyteller, folk artist. Neil Young, Guy Clark, John Prine. The great singers and who are storytellers mostly, really. And so I kind of follow that pattern. And sometimes I use music when I tell stories.
Now, Dave's going to be busy in November. Townsend Abbey on the 3rd, the 9th. Takes him to Bobby's Idle Hour. He'll be at Twin Kegs 2, Millennium Maxwell House, Jim Oliver's Smokehouse, right back here on the 15th for a Blue Plate Special, and a whole lot more. He's got quite a schedule you can find at davideasterling.com. You got that all up to date, David?
On Facebook it is. On the website, not so much.
Not so much, huh? The CD, it's Spooky Songs Live, right here in time for Halloween. Let's hear some more music from David Easterling on the Blue Plate Special.
So I don't know if do we have any Star Trek fans out there? Anybody? Yeah, there's a few. There's a saying called, there's a saying, it ain't rocket science, and there's another one, it ain't brain surgery, for that common sense stuff. And I thought maybe I could squish them together and write a song called Rocket Surgery. And I love Star Trek, I really do, and I'm not wearing a red shirt today. Anybody else? I don't think red plaid counts, but, it can be dangerous, at least in the original Star Trek. So I thought this ought to be about one of the guys that wears a blue shirt. And maybe he's the worst in the whole Federation, but maybe he has the highest luck of anybody. So this is a song about a guy like that. Oh, I used to be a brain surgeon on a rocket ship. Now I'm lost in the fog on this one-way trip. No one can hear you scream in space, but that's a lie, 'cause the captain heard me whisper sweet nothings to his wife. Is that why Starfleet never calls me anymore? Is that why Starfleet never calls me anymore? Messing with the captain's wife made me fear for my life. Starfleet never calls me anymore. Left me marooned on a prison planet. They just slowed down, they never even landed. But now that ship's adrift, to be seen no more. 'Cause when they pushed me out, no one closed the door. Is that why Starfleet never calls me anymore? Is that why Starfleet never calls me anymore? Oh, those who pushed me around were never ever found. Starfleet never calls me anymore. Now this is where it gets weird, y'all. Yeah, this is where it gets weird. This Cyclops from the planet Venus had his eye on me. Yeah, you got it. Challenged me to a game of darts. The winner would go free. He buried 3 in the bullseye, but his luck was not kind. My first dart hit him in the eye, and now that Venetian's blind. Oh, is that why Starfleet never calls me anymore? Is that why Starfleet never calls me anymore? Left an alien with an axe to grind, out of sight and out of mind. Starfleet never calls me anymore. What happened next? I can never tell. Breaking non-disclosure rules would land me back in jail. Don't panic, 'cause it ain't rocket surgery. Better not hitchhike without your guide to the galaxy. Just had to slip one more in there, right? Is that why Starfleet never calls me anymore? Is that why Starfleet never calls me anymore? Oh, aliens may look sweet, but to them, we're a tasty treat. Oh, Starfleet never calls me anymore. When rocket science meets brain surgery, Starfleet never calls me anymore. Pretty wise, I guess. Starfleet never calls me. Starfleet never calls me. Starfleet never calls me anymore. Oh. If only that would work sometimes, right?
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we probably all had situations where it would be nice to,
Yeah.
hey, Scotty, beam me up. So I don't know if y'all ever been to a fortune teller before, but I think maybe they're just making that stuff up. But Lori and I, we wrote a song with one of our songwriter friends, Scott Miller. We co-write a lot. We write way over 100 songs every year. couple of my songwriter friends are sitting right here in the front row. John and Mitch, glad you guys are here. Yeah. We sat trapped in the parlor like flies caught in her webs, paint crackling around us, smell of dust and cigarettes. She smoothed out the tablecloth, rolled up the sleeves of her dress, licked her thumb, cut the deck. Our fortunes were anybody's guess. Why are we here? What are we doing? Is it too late to unlearn our future? Colors glow and swirl around us. With each card she turns, riddles flow in the candlelight as the fire within me burns. She drew back and looked at me with undisguised concern. She said, the death card has shown itself. Then she left without another word. Why are we here? What are we doing? Is it too late to unlearn our future? Unfolding. We were left with empty pockets, except 2 coins each to pay the boatman. All around began to fade when she dealt misfortune's hand. Why are we here? What are we doing? Is it too late to unlearn our future? Oh, thank you all. So I wrote a song with one of my songwriter friends. His name's Dan Tans. He lives out west, and we thought, we see a lot of those, end of the world movies and stuff like that. What if there was somebody in one of those situations and hadn't seen anybody for a long time? I'm looking for contact through a sea storm of static, climbing the stairs of my lighthouse again. I don't know why, but I keep on broadcasting, lost on the air with the fog rolling in. I recall the evenings we used to walk together after the cigarettes we count Is anybody out there? Does anybody care? Lonely and lost, counting the cost. Is anybody out there? Station identification troubles me. Where does it end and where do I begin? Dials and levers to pull with some urgency. Still I don't know what's left within. I thought I saw you walking nearby yesterday. Turned around again and you weren't there. Chased a ghost down long winding stairway. Controls rusted over from the salt in the air. Is anybody out there? Does anybody care? Lonely and lost, counting the cost. Is anybody out there? Still I have to believe that you're coming back with me. I am waiting here for you, or am I just a fool? Is anybody out there? Does anybody care? Lonely and lost, counting the cost. Is anybody out there? I'm looking for contact through a sea storm of static, climbing the stairs of my lighthouse again. Thank y'all so much. I'll be around near the CDs probably.
I want to hear everybody. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, David. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, David. You can find David at davideasterling.com, and his CDs are there at the merch table after the show. Spooky Songs Live. Do want to take a minute, thank our sponsors while we swap out the stage, Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria. Visit Knoxville, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, downtown Knoxville, the Crown Plaza, and Tennessee Arts Commission. I want to let you know this week we've got some great shows on the Blue Plate. Tomorrow brings Madeline to the stage along with Lucky Perm Band. We've got Zach Wilde, Sean Williams. Friday's Big Plate at Barley's with Bird Band. Back here on Saturday with Chris Long, along with Daniel Anderson and Heroic Dose on the Blue Plate special this week. And don't forget, Tennessee Shines live at the Bijou. That's this Wednesday night, November 1st. Tickets are on sale at knoxbijou.org. Host Jim Lauderdale. Special guests this Wednesday night at the Bijou, Daryl Scott, Chris Knight, and the Poramblin' Boys. Taps and Tunes coming up Friday night with Tim and Jody Harbin. Your host, Evie Andrus, right here at Visit Knoxville at 6 p.m. Kids Stuff Live coming up November 11th with David Bivens. And then December brings Will Carter to the Kids Stuff stage. And in January, Sarah Perkle will be joining host Sean McCullough. And something else, last but not least, we have our fun drive, our fall fun drive coming up. Starts November 1st, runs through the 8th, and we'll be asking for donations to keep the music going here on WDVX. We are a listener-supported radio station, and it's you, the listener, that keeps this radio station on the air and these live shows coming to the stage. I hope you can make a donation. On your way out the door, we'll have the buckets of love, and we hope you'll put a little something in the bucket so we can keep the music going here on WDVX. And you can also make a donation online if you'd like. That's WDVX.com/support. Now, this band coming up, boy, how did we go back to the camper days? These guys have been with us for a long, long time. And we're glad to see them here today. And it's Wild Blue Yonder. Say hello.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much. Wow. It's been a few years since the camper. I'll tell you what, we've all aged a little, but it is so great to be here again. Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate WDVX and the wonderful music and the opportunities they give to musicians. Without them, a lot of voices would not be heard. And let's hear it for David Easterling one more time before we go any further. Great job. Wow. I'm glad you all came out to support him. And I do want to let you know we're going to be doing old-time gospel Appalachian music today. And we are excited to introduce a couple of new Wild Blue Yonder members. Some of y'all are going to recognize me and Phil. We've been here so many times, I guess we're going to get an eviction notice at some point. But over the years, we've been blessed to play with so many great musicians, and still are. We count ourselves so fortunate. So I'll be telling you more about the folks on stage here with us as we get going. We're going to start out with a tune you may recognize called There Is a Time for Us to Wonder. Oh, you're so
Thank you.
kind. Thank y'all so much. What a warm crowd. Thank you all for being here. So many good Wild Blue Yonder friends and fans here. Thank y'all for coming out. We sure appreciate it. You always make us feel so welcome. And I'll be telling you a little bit more about her later, but right now I'm going to go ahead and introduce our beautiful cellist, Christiana McCombs Arnwine. It is her first time here at the Blue Plate with us. I call her a little hidden treasure gem of East Knox County that Phil and I found a few months ago. And she has just fit in with the group and brought an absolute refreshing sparkle vocally and instrumentally. I'm not going to tell you all the different instruments that she plays. You'll have to wait and come to one of our upcoming shows to hear a lot more. But right now she's going to favor us with a little Ashokan farewell. McCombs Arnwine. Thank you so much. Wow.
It's Wild Blue Yonder on today's WDVX Blue Plate special. Like I was saying, we go back a ways now. Melissa Wade, Philip Coward. It's been a minute, but the last time we did this whole thing together was back in the WDVX camper out at the old campground.
That's
and
right.
back in those days, you would have said, "That's bluegrass."
That's right.
But these days, you guys just get twisted and more twisted every time I see you. Yet lately, Celtic kind of sound going on.
Yes.
As opposed to that solid bluegrass sound. So, what are you guys into these days? What have you been up to?
Well, since Christiana came aboard, it's called Classy Grassy.
Yeah. There you go. Classy
I like
grassy.
that.
I love it. Love it.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, and Twisted, that pretty much says it, Grace. Over the years, Phil and I have been playing acoustic music, and we love all styles of acoustic music, Appalachian music, and bluegrass was where our hearts were in that day. We loved it, still love it. But music evolves and has to stay alive. Mm-hmm. And as we've gone over the years, I think he and I have learned to cherish the history of the Appalachian Mountains, the musical, not just musical, but cultural, and we love history. So that kind of sent us backward in time all the way to playing some Celtic music, which we are still doing and still love. And of course, the Scots-Irish heritage of this area means so much to us and to Christiana. And I think she even is working on her Gaelic quite a bit. So we're going to be incorporating that probably next year. But we just love to stay fresh musically. And of course, I haven't mentioned Barry yet, but our drummer, percussionist Barry Johnson has been with us in so many incarnations over the years. Yeah, let's hear it for Barry. He plays anything we ask him to, and with a good spirit. So we're just enjoying the Appalachian and old time music now. You can call it bluegrassy, you can call it whatever you like. Really, we love the gospel music. We still use a lot of that. So just everything Appalachian.
Whatever you do, just call us Wild Blue Yonder.
That's good.
There you go. It's Wild Blue Yonder .band. Is that correct?
That's right.
We're a dot band.
We got to be a dot band.
Dot band.
Can't
Well,
forget
that's
that,
a new
dot
one
band.
on me, Melissa. I never heard of dot band before. Yeah. Now, you guys are going to be busy coming up November. November 3rd out at the Fall Heritage Days at the Museum of Appalachia. That's in Clinton. Then they're off to Newmarket that same day.
We are.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
wild, ain't you? A concert at Newmarket Music Hall. That sounds like a big, busy day for you guys. And then November 4th, my birthday, you'll be in Gatlinburg. Yeah, for Daisy Town Day at Elkmont.
Yes.
That's right.
What's Daisy Town Day? I've never heard of it.
Daisy Town.
Daisy Town was a settlement at Elkmont. Tell them a little bit more
Yes,
about that.
that's where all the rich people from Knoxville went back in the early part of the 1900s. They went up there every summer, spent their summer at their vacation home cabin along the mountain creek, and they just had a great time there from June to October. And there used to be an actual town in Elkmont. And so they're celebrating, they're renovating some of those old cabins along the creek. Mm-hmm. They're fun just to walk through and check them out. And this is going to be, I believe, the very first official Daisy Town Days. And we're going to be performing for it. So
That's right,
if
about
you're looking
11
for a
o'clock.
wonderful, different thing to do, November the 4th up there in Elkmont Campground.
These guys are getting around. Let's get some more real live music from them while they're here. It's Wild Blue Yonder Band on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
1, 2, 3.
When I go, don't cry for me. In my Father's arms I'll be. washed away. So weep not for me, my friend, when my time below does end. For my life belongs to Him who will raise the dead again. It won't matter where you bury me. I'll be home and I'll be free. It won't matter where I lay. All my tears be washed away. All my tears be washed away. I said all my tears be washed away.
Thank you, Christiana, for sharing that. Some of you know we've been playing that song many, many years, but I don't think I have ever loved it as much as I do in this moment right now. And gosh, the vocal is just gorgeous, and it makes me think of how all our tears will be washed away one day. And if you are a believer in Jesus Christ, that means so much to you, and it means so much to me. So thank you for sharing that. We're gonna switch gears, get my composure here. Phil's got the banjo on, so
Well.
that just puts everybody in a different mood when the banjo comes out.
Melissa's never gotten choked up on stage before.
I'll tell you what.
Unless I couldn't tune the banjo or something. Wow.
Having too much fun up here.
Well, Grace was talking about all the things that we've done. We are celebrating our 23rd year as Wild Blue Yonder this year, and we hope to make it to 25. But we've had some really great experiences. We do this song in honor of the late, great Doc Watson, who was one of my all-time inspirational people. I just loved him. Many years ago, when Doc turned 80 years old, we got to perform with him in Bristol, Tennessee at his birthday celebration. We were the band that got to open for him. So we got to spend the time backstage with one of my legends. I just loved him so much. So, I can't do it like Doc, but we're going to do Doc's version, try to do some of his version, get close to it, of Shady Grove. Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Cheeks as red as a blooming rose and eyes the prettiest brown. She's the darling of my heart, sweetest little girl in town. Oh, Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. I had a big fine horse and corn to feed him on. Little Shady Grove could stay at home, feed him while I'm gone. I went to see my Shady Grove, she's standing at the cabin door. Her shoes and stockings in her hand, little bare feet on the floor. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Oh, yeah. When I was a little boy, I wanted a Barlow knife. Now I want little Shady Grove to say she'll be my wife. It's peaches in the summertime and apples in the fall. If I can't have little Shady Grove, I'll have no gal at all. Oh, Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. A kiss from pretty little Shady Grove, as sweet as a banana pie. There ain't no girl in this old world prettier than mine. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Thank you. Wow, great solo.
Thank y'all.
It's Wild Blue Yonder on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one more from them today, but let's thank that birthday boy, David Easterling, for that first set this morning. We'll be right back here tomorrow for another Blue Plate Special. Real live music coming from Madeleine and Lucky Perm Band tomorrow on the Blue Plate Special. Right now, let's get one more from Wild Blue Yonder on the Blue Plate Special.
Yes.
Thank you. I think this song is kind of special.
That's right. I want to send this last song out to the people I have in the audience and to all of you, really. I want to dedicate it to anybody who grew up singing hymns with their grandparents and their family in church. And I want you all to sing along. There's a good chance you know this song, Power in the Blood. So I got my mom and my grandparents sitting in the front row. I got my music students, my wonderful private students from my studio here. And I just love all of them so much and excited to be here with you all, sending us out with Power in the Blood.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Would you be free from the burden of sin? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you or evil victory win? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Well, would you be free from your passion and pride? There's power in the blood, power in the blood, power for cleansing to Calvary's side.
want to say thank you to Wild Blue Yonder and David Easterling today. Join us next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special. Live music on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Presented by Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City, home of the Friday Big Plate. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville, downtown, on the corner of Gay